also, in terms of conversation space, you pay attention to the context, not just the tense. Notice what you're thinking. Notice what other people around you are saying. And see if it's not true that it's dominated by what's not working. They spend a little time on what is working. That's that other little sliver. It's called solutions. Well, here's the alternative, which is what is working. And then a little sliver on what's not working. Now, here's the new one, content. Point is, here's how I think we can develop intimacy. By managing our conversation space, which I think is dominated by the discussion of things and others. That when I listen, when I read, when I even pay attention to what I'm talking about, it's very often dominated by stuff. The house, the car, the snow, the books, the ideas. It's just a lot of that. And then, it's a lot of talk about other people. Kids, parents, neighbors, politicians, celebrities. I don't think there's anything wrong with talking about things. I love it. I love to talk about my computer. I love to talk about my horses. I love to talk about my lake. So anyway, the point is, things are great. I love to talk about other people. I love to talk about my children. You've met Sarah, but you haven't met Snow. Well, some of you have. Barry, it's one of my other daughters, and Elizabeth. I love to talk about them. The problem is, if we spend too much time doing that, there's not enough time to share ourselves, our hopes, our dreams, our joys, our fears, our upsets, our celebrations, our heart, our emotion, our passion. There's not enough time left if we dominate our conversation space with others and things. And then there's very little time for most of us to talk about us. Bill Penniston's dear, dear friend of mine. We spend a lot of time together. And one of the things I like is we spend a lot of time talking about us in our relationship. And it's partly why I think we have such a great relationship. So that's what I'm recommending as an alternative here. And it's part of what I want you to practice in this coaching, is to pay attention to what's going on. But not just in a coaching relationship, to pay attention to every relationship, and then to balance. Talk about things, talk about others, but spend an equal amount of time sharing yourself, revealing yourself, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, your frustrations, your problems, your joys, your celebrations, your fears, your sorrow, yourself, your real, authentic self. This is called intimacy. And then, of course, let the other person reveal themselves so that you have plenty of time for that. And then, plenty of time also to talk about your relationship with the other person. Now, I realize in many instances, this would be out of balance, like maybe in some professional instances. Although, I don't know, I can't even say that. What would it be like at work if you spent a proportional amount of time talking about your work relationships? That's what we did at this company I told you about. This company I started in 1981, and I started it because I wanted to work with people that I loved. I was working in a college, I was teaching college. I liked the people I worked with. I was very successful. I had advanced and had a management position. I was on the board of directors. I was still teaching. I really liked it. And I liked the people, but I didn't love them. I wanted to work with people that I loved, that I was intimate with, that I was very, very close to, that I had this kind of relationship with. So I went out and started hiring my friends. And then after I'd hired enough of my friends, then I started going out and hiring people that I liked, that I really wanted to become friends with. And that was sort of the resume. It didn't matter their qualifications. If they were great people and I wanted to become their friends, I'd hire them. And then what we did was we paid the rent by noon. We worked such that, yeah, we did our work, handled our clients, but then we had half the day for us and ourselves.